Welcome back to Up Late at Night with 25/8 Networks. It's your host, Top of the South Will, and I'm back in the booth, in the studio with my boy, King Dough CCE, a.k.a. Doski, a.k.a. Mr. Yeah. What's been popping with you, man?
And that, man, just a whole lot of work, man. A whole lot of work, man. Take care of these kids, make sure they straight. That's it, man. Just getting to it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what's
I
up.
be sleeping, working, man. That's all it is.
That's what's up. What's been popping up there at the Rustic Frog? I know last time you had told me you had left your one job and went over there and started rocking out with Rustic Frog.
Man, it's called The Frog. A couple months ago, we had that bad storm and it flooded. So now we had to, we gutted out. It's not a strip club no longer. You know what I'm saying? We went back to the old days, to the roots, where it's just a regular nightclub. So now we got like pool, darts, billiards, pool and billiards, same thing. Darts, cornhole, little arcade games, whatever you want to do, man. We got the outside cracking, you know what I'm saying? Live entertainment, all type of shit jumping off at the Frog now, you know what I'm saying? We had to rebrand it, come back, and it was a whole lot of work, man, because it flooded like probably about 4.5, 5 feet, you know what I'm saying? So we had to gut everything out, which was a long time, but shit, we got that shit done with the crew, you know what I'm saying? And rebranded, rebuilt, you know what I'm saying? And now we here, you know what I'm saying? We opening up probably like 2 weeks, 27, 28, we got Afro Man. And it's gonna be a movie, man.
That's what's up right there. Afro Man coming in, new name, The Frog.
The Frog.
Going back to the roots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nightclub. So now that you are going back to the roots, you think it's gonna be a lot more other entertainment other than just your strip club vibes?
Yeah. Especially we got rid of strip club vibes, man. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? We want more of the, just your average Joe can come in there, have a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? We just create the vibe. Good music, good entertainment. We're gonna have the food trucks outside. You come get some good food and just have a good time, man. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is the way you came, the way I want you to leave. You know what I'm saying? Just with a great experience. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. We got the outside, the back, the rivers right there. So you can sling on a hammock. You can listen to some music, catch you some tunes. You know what I'm saying? Fire you up, and have a good time, man.
Yeah. That's what's up, man.
Frog, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that don't help the process of the Frog. It's been a long, trying process, but we got it done, though.
That's dope, man. I'm glad y'all able to get that done. Able to get it back rebranded, get it fixed up, and get everything going. So that's super dope right there.
Yeah, man.
That's super dope right there. Now, last month in May, you dropped the project. And you also did a rating on you sent it in to Dope Dough. They did the rating on there. Talk about that rating that you got from Dope Dough and how did you feel about that project that you dropped?
That was called God Take the Wheel. So shout out Looney, DD Beats, and Zay on the beats, So Looney is really my videographer, photographer, my go-to guy. But he also dabbles in making beats, and his sons is making beats too. So this was a project for, him and his sons to kind of showcase their talents, and they beginners, you know what I'm saying? They just started. I think one of his sons is 21, the other way it just turned 18, so it was dope, that whole experience and the whole process of that was really dope, God Take the Wheel. So, I wanted this project to be more, I wanted the viewers to get more into my life. So it was a dope process, man. Shout out them guys, man. They were sending me hella beats. They still sending me hella beats, you know what I'm saying? Damn, they got another project, but that was a good process, man, because that process I learned, it's never such thing as too much work. I think we went from like 35 to 40 songs and trimmed it down to 13. So that was real dope, man. That was a dope process, and I got a lot of good responses about that project, and I was trying some different things on there, going country and, really just trying to stretch my range, because for real, when I started rapping, I was doing anything. It was pop, it was whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was dope. Rock and roll, all type of different fields. So that was a whole dope process on doing that. You know, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that's dope. Experimenting with different sounds, experimenting with your voice and doing different things. I think artists could definitely benefit from doing things like that, man. You see Big X the plug, he's doing things like that. You know what I mean? Artists just dibbling and dabbling into a couple of different genres of music and not just necessarily keeping it hip hop. So that's dope that you're doing things like that.
Yeah,
Right?
I just don't want to be in no box. I just don't want you to put me in a box. I want the full artistry. I want you to capture me as just an artist. You know what I'm saying? That there's no beat that I can't do. There's no genre that I can't reach. You know what I'm saying? I kind of listen to everything, and part of that has to be shout out to Frog. You know what I'm saying? That puts me in a different atmosphere because everybody don't like the same thing. Some people like different things. So you know, I try to cater to everybody, to the masses, and I feel like um, if you just give me a chance, you gonna fall in love with King Dough CCE, man.
Man, that's what's up. Now, you are gearing up to release a new project. The project is titled Big Goat.
Big Goat.
Talk about the name of Big Goat, where you get the name from, and what can listeners expect from this project?
I feel like the term Big Goat that's like me just popping my shit. You know what I'm saying? If you notice online, and shout out my brother Looney. You know, he got me out of um just talking on Facebook, Instagram, just talking on the net. You know what I'm saying? I kind of get out of that, and I kind of just work. You might see music, or you might see my kids. Other than that, you're not gonna really see me, or you might see me like try to throw up my little top five or whatever, just for a conversation piece. But you're not gonna see nothing personal for me. You know what I'm saying? Like when guys be want to brag and boast and talk about this and that and all that. You know, this is my bragging right here. So I didn't want to really talk too much. I just wanted to put the name, the title, hey, Big Gold, and just showing my work. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that'd be the problem with, our region, with Kentucky music. Sometimes, people just won't see the work, just keep working, dropping your videos and shit. And then nobody won't hear all that talking, man. Like last year, we dropped over 50 videos, and I'm sure that gotta be some record somewhere, you know what I'm saying? But that's just like a humble brag, you know what I'm saying? I just want a humble brag, man. I like to be humble. I don't like to get in the dick pulling and all that old shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do my thing, and I just want my word to talk for me. So Big Goat, man, that's what I am. That's what it is, and that's how it's gonna be.
Now, you talked about dropping lists, top five. You'll get online, I'll drop your top five and stuff like that. So it brings me to this question because I just recently seen well, first of all, let me ask you this. What are your thoughts on top 10, 20, 50, etc. lists?
I like it. It's barbershop talk. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their different experiences. Like I know for mine, I put Nipsey Hussle in my top 10 because I remember what listening to Victory Lap done for me and my point of life. You know what I'm saying? Whereas somebody else might not agree because he only dropped that real mainstream body of work, even though he been working, but then one mainstream body of work. So people may not agree with that, but it's everybody's opinion. It's just barbershop talk. So I love it. It's almost like the LeBron and Jordan comparison. It's just barbershop talk. So I love it. You know what I'm saying? And one of my main conversation pieces, I'm not gonna put Eminem in my top 10. Oh, that gets him going every time. That's gonna get them going every time. So I love it. I love it because I can't knock. I can argue with you all day, but I can't knock your view or your thoughts on how something come. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a conversation piece, man.
Nah, real talk. So Complex just recently released their top 50. I think it was the top 50 West Coast artists, and then Game he followed up with the top 100.
Yeah, he did.
Any thoughts on that list? I mean, it's like you said, I think it's their list, so you really can't complain about the list that somebody makes because that's just their thoughts and their opinion.
Yes, you really can't. See, for me, I probably would have put Nipsey up there, and I love Game, but me as an artist, Game is to me, Game is an artist who can, if you have it placed for him, almost like a New York rapper. If you have the hook and everything set for him, they ain't gonna go in there and rap his ass off. But like I tell people when they bring Game up, I'll be like, name some hooks that Game really did other than Ali Boubaye. Name some complete songs that Game really did. Like when you think about somebody like 50, 50's on the verse and he's gonna lay his own hook. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that from a lot of New York artists. And I know Nas was one of Game's favorite rappers. So when you look at that, it's like, but does Game create his own songs? But Game can rap his ass out. You know what I'm saying? He could body a verse. He'll body a verse, no doubt. He'll give you a whole song full of bars and everything. But when you look at it, the whole totality as a song maker, you know, that's how I look at it. Because I feel like I'm a complete artist. Like I can give you the hook, I give you two verses, or I give you the hook and the verse, whatever you need. And so when I look at the whole totality, I see Game's list. I can't really knock it because he's gonna put himself up high. But you know that'd be my only knock to it. But yeah, shout out to West Coast, man. They doing their thing right now, and I you know I salute them guys, man, because they come up with some wild shit, man. Some shit different than us. So yeah,
Most definitely they do. So let's talk about this real quick since we on list. Let's see, videographer and content creator Birdie. She pushed out a list last week, couple weeks ago, and it was the top producers in Kentucky. Did you see that list? Did the producers that you work with make that list?
I didn't see the list. Who's out? Do you have his on?
Man, I think she ended up deleting it. I don't know if there was any type of controversy behind it, but it was some producers on there, and it was like producers within Kentucky. So I just didn't know if you had seen that list, and if you had any thoughts on that.
I probably didn't, but man, shout out Trapmore, shout out Young Diesel, man, shout out Looney, Diddy, shout out Suspense, shout out Zay, man, shout out Guap, shout out D Wright. It's a bunch of dope producers, man. Shout out Bills, man. It's producers are crazy.
Yeah.
So with that being said, it's still subjective onto what you hear because there's so many young guys, man. It's just Fruity Loops, you know what I'm saying? And bro, anytime somebody can make a #1 hit and make the best beat or the best song or whatever, you know, so it's really subjective. So, man, shout out Birdie, man. That's my dog, you know what I'm saying? We don't have our little times and back and forth. Every time I see Birdie, she gonna tell me what I need to do as an artist. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Birdie, man. You know, one thing about it, that's why I don't do the social media thing, because if I put something, I don't want to have to take back and delete it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Birdie, whatever our list was. I'm sure it was solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was solid for sure,
I'm sure it was solid. You know what I'm saying? But it's a bunch of dope producers, man. Shout out to all the producers, man. I pray that y'all keep grinding, man, and don't let this internet shit fool you, man, because most of that shit just it's subjective and cap. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Well, let's talk about the creative process and the inspiration behind your new project, Big Goat.
Yeah.
What inspired the overall concept or themes that you have on this album?
Just going through like last year, probably going through the process of going to the awards, you know, 7, 8 nominations, performing, giving out awards, not winning. Probably, you know, watching everybody pop their shit, you know what I'm saying? Because there's times I be wanting to pop my shit and the times I be wanting to shut niggas down and shit and talk about niggas ain't working and all that shit. Because a lot of people just be talking, bro, but you don't see no videos. And I'm like, when it come from an artist like me who dropped 50 videos last year, and these ain't just like no snippets, like 50 plus actual videos, you know what I'm saying? So what is you really talking about? You know what I'm saying? What is you really talking about? And one thing I hate is when I go on an artist page and they and I gotta look for your music or something, you know, because people be dropping them lists all the time. And when I go check them out and I'll be like, boom, 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 you know, and I don't see nothing. Now I'm like, man, I can see why people ain't fucking with you. I can see why, you know, but this is just a humble brag. I just want to show my work, man. I just want to show people that's paying attention that, man, hey, listen, even when my name ain't on them list, you know what I'm saying? I don't say nothing. I would be lying if I say that they don't do nothing to me, because of course I should be #1, 2 on everybody's list. But you know, it's all subjective, and I get it. You know, it's all on who you exposed to, who you're around. A lot of people clicked up. They like who they grow with, they family or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got to think, I'm from Chicago. I don't got no family here, so I don't expect like my cousins to come find a Louisville list and put my name. You know what I'm saying? I don't got that luxury. So anybody that's put me on the list is probably is an actual person that don't see my work, actual probably don't bump the elbows with me, fuck with me, somebody who I don't helped out along the way. And yeah, so I be appreciative of all that shit. But this is just my humble brag, man. It's gonna be my work, and it's gonna continue to be that way. I'm not gonna be one of them internet guys, man. I really hate the internet. If it wasn't for music, I wouldn't be on the internet. Truthfully.
Nah, that's what's up, man. Describe the songwriting process for this album. Were there any significant changes or challenges that you went through to make this a successful project?
Nah, man, because every time I do something, man, it's just life. You know what I'm saying? Once I hear the beat, I think about which way I'm gonna go with it. I try not to create the same song twice. You know what I'm saying? And the songwriting come easy, man, because it's just me. It's that's the God-given talent part about it. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, music is 90% business and 10% art, the artistry, and I got the artistry down packed. You know what I'm saying? It's just that the other fact that I'm missing. So songwriting is nothing like I can write. I feel like I can write for anybody. I can come on any genre. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, songwriting that's just everyday life. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really just give y'all a glimpse of my life, man. That shit's easy to me.
That's what's up, man. Because and it's crazy that you said that because my next question was gonna be out of what is it, 13, 14 songs on there?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you which song was the easiest for you to write and which one was the most challenging for you to write.
None of them challenging. Yeah, none of them challenging actually. Those the best part about it is when I get like a beat that allows me to go different places. You know what I'm saying? That allows me to challenge myself and go different genres and stuff. And once I get the hook, the rest of it's easy. You know, verses is easy to me. It's the hook is gonna be the most challenging part because you won't hook people onto it. So the hook is probably gonna be if I say the most challenging part, it's not never really challenging. But, you know, once I get the topic or the lane that I want to flow in, everything else is pretty easy, man. But yeah, the songwriting part, ain't no song challenging to me. You know what I'm saying? It may be some songs where I probably take a little longer because I really want to get my message out there. But most of the shit is just reciting my life, so it's not really that.
Right, yeah. So experimenting with new sounds and different techniques would probably be, would you think that would be the hardest part, trying to experiment?
Yeah. That would be the hardest part, and trying to, you know, see which lane I'm gonna go in and how I'm gonna lay the hook and the vocal range. Maybe I might go out of my box a little bit, out of my shell. You know, which really not out of my shell, but out of my norm, I should say. So I would say the challenge, that's the most fun part to me. It's really challenging myself and doing something different because, you know, the trap beats is always cool, but, you know, when you get those other beats that let you tap into something else, that'd be the fun part. So if that's what we're going to call challenging, that'd be it. You know what I'm saying?
I seen you on Green Light getting melodic. Green Light with Real the Vet. You got melodic on there on that hook. That was dope, man. That really caught my attention.
Yeah, shout out my boy Ballhead Drill, man. I ain't gonna take his power. Actually, he's supposed to do the hook. You know, when I was headed to the studio, that's my childhood friend, and I picked him up, man. And I think I got to him off the liquor. So when it's time for him to lay his part, you know, I think the liquor probably got the best of him, you know. So I just went in there and transformed it to Dosh's part. So shout out Drill, Ballhead Drill, man. He actually, I had that one part, and then he had the Green Light part, and he couldn't get it, so I went ahead and knocked it out. So yeah, that came out a slapper. So shout out Drill, man. Shout out Real, man. And shout out Trap for that beat, man. Yeah, that all came out. That all came out perfect. But yeah, that's that part of, you know, you want to have fun in the studio, but you don't want to get too lit because your words get slurred and everything, and you kind of, you know, you still got to do this business at the end of the day. So shout out Drill, man.
Real talk, yeah.
Green Light part.
Yeah, that was definitely dope.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of production, having the right production for your project is critical when you go into the booth and you're trying to create a masterpiece. Tell us about the production of this album and how involved were you with the process?
Man, the production is a big part, especially, you know, coming off of, we hear Wayne, you know what I'm saying? don't the big talk is about Wayne's new project and how he just dropped the Carter 6, and everybody's talking about the production. The production is the main part, you know what I'm saying? You'll be a fool to think you're an artist and just can rap on anything, and it's just no, production is the biggest part, which is why probably producers get paid more than rappers, you know what I'm saying? Because the production is a big part. Sometimes I come to my my group of producers and I tell them what I want, and sometimes they just make it, they just like Trap. He'd be like, "Hey, bro, these last three, gave it away. Just let me do me." You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta let the producers just create themselves, and then you go on board. But sometimes you tell them. Sometimes I tell them what I want to. You know what I'm saying? I might hear a sample or something that I like, and they make it come to life for me. So it's kind of 50-50. Sometimes I just love when a producer, I just go to a producer or they just send me something and I'll be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Get the juices going. So it's a team effort, you know what I'm saying? And they know what I like. Like most of the time when they send me something, they can hear me on it. So they already know what type of vibe I'm in. So yeah, man. That's how I usually go with the production. But production is, if you go put it in the totality, it got to be 60-75% of the production. The lyrics is because you can have a dope ass beat and really rap boo boo over it. People gonna love the beat, you know what I'm saying? But
Real
when
talk.
people really flow over it and do your thing over, that's a plus. So you'll be a fool to say that production don't mean that. Production means everything.
Yeah, it definitely means everything. And on this project,
Yeah.
you work with Trapmore Beats, Looney Films, Young Diesel, DD Beats.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Man, I tried to get my brother Spence on there, but we working on something. We cooking up on something, so we gonna save it. Oh, I try to get Zay on something, but we gonna save that. It's man, I just got different projects, so I had to save. Like I had something from Amore on one thing, but we just gonna save it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to them guys, man. That was really just something that I've been holding back, and I was like, let's just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep this momentum going while we got it. And let's keep going, man. Shout out Diesel. Diesel laced me with some shit. I think he was in Cincinnati when he sent me those beats like around my birthday. He sent me like a little 4, 5, 6 pack. So I just picked like two of them, and me and Trap go crazy, all the time. Shout out my brother Trap. So I got a bunch of Trap shit in there. I just kind of filled in the little blanks with Looney and shit because we already had some leftover. Now, matter of fact, they had just sent me those while I was in the process of putting that shit together. So those just fit perfectly. So yeah, that's how it go, man. You gotta. I just try to make the dopest projects at that time. Is the next man up if I'm not doing because recently I was doing all the same producer projects. Now I'm kind of meshing them all together to make the dopest project. So
Yeah, that's dope right there.
yeah.
Now, on your last project, you said you recorded about 35, 40 songs and we broke them down to 13.
Yeah.
Now did you go back, listen to those songs, be like, you know what, this fits Big Goat project and include those songs on there?
I had them in my mind, but no, I actually I didn't because the songs we had left over, we was like, we could do a God Take the Wheel too, or we could do another project with those. So I just let those be, man, because I make songs so fast. That's probably the reason why I try to drop, and my team don't understand that. Shout out Ja Rule. I know when he hear this interview, he probably wants to wring my neck because I fuck with Ja Rule and I listen to what he says and everything, but I just create my process is so different than everybody that he's like, Ja would tell me to drop like one song a month, and I'm like, nah, bro, I could drop like 15 songs a month. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out Ja Wood, man. He's been a significant part of my movement and my growth. You know what I'm saying? But that one song about I'm sorry, John. Well, I just can't, bro. I can't, my brother. I love you to death, and I respect your opinion on everything. But yeah, but John will be like, just drop one, and I can't do it, man. 'Cause I got so many. Soon I have some. Oh, damn, that's a blooper.
You good.
I got. Soon I have so many. Soon I have so many songs that I forget about them, man. So, uh, yeah. So that go the process of that. But yeah, usually like those those extra songs, I just left them for the next project because we already decided we're gonna drop another one. So I'm gonna just let those be. We'll revisit those when they come.
That's what's up right there. Now we're gonna talk about some features as well. Now on the Big Goat, you got Chin One, Rel the Vet, Bone the Mac, Good Look, and Nick Cash.
Yeah. We also got T-Rail on there too.
And T-Rail on there?
Yeah, T-Rail on there.
That's what's up. Now talk about working with those artists and what it means having them on your projects.
Okay. Shout out Rel, man. Rel been showing hella growth. I've been knowing Rel forever, probably since we probably both started rapping, you know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Rel forever, and we just now tapping in. I like Rel's movement, you know.
Respect the brand.
Yeah. I love. I see him taking his craft serious. You know what I'm saying? So I love that for Rel, and you know I love Rel's style, his punching style. My guy Bona Mac, you know, he done that song. He had a hit song way back. That's like my brother. He came in, he showed me a way. And actually, he's flying in tonight. We got a show in Frankfurt, actually, that we doing. So shout out Bone, man. He's always keeping me working. We also got a project together. And good luck. That's his people from Cincinnati. He's been working. And T-Rail was just one that we stumbled up on. Shout out Angie for plugging that in. You know, we linked up in the studio and got everything right. And T-Rail came and blessed me with a dope hook. The features is crazy on that, man. I love working with different people, different artists, you know, seeing what they can bring to the table. And I love the features, man. I wish people would give me more features, but you know, it's how it is, man. It's how it is. I don't know if it's an intimidation factor or what. Are people scared to ask me, or they think I'm gonna come with a price, and they know it ain't none of that, man. I just like to work. So
man, it's probably because they worried about you outbarring them on their records.
It could be, but the thing is, I don't. When I get a feature, I really want you to kill me out. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I want the best of you. So when your fans listen to it, they go, you know, oh, I like that. Boom, boom. Now they hear me too. You know what I'm saying? So I want you to kill me out. Because if we was paying for features, why would I want to pay for a weak ass feature? I would want your best. Come on there and kill it out. Like, yeah, kill me out. I don't have an ego for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that egomaniac where, you know, because usually if I have a feature, I'm going to probably do mine first and we're not doing it right there and I'm going to send it to you. And I'm not the type to, it killed, I'm going to redo it. No, I might, you know, joke with you when I sit back like, damn, bro, you going to make me redo it. You know, but that's not my ego. That's not my style. I want you to kill me out. I want you to go hard as fuck because I feel like when anybody come to the studio with Dough, they know I'm not going to play. You know what I'm saying? So you know you got to go, you know you got to go in. So that's how I look at it. I don't trip about that, man.
That's what's up. Now, I was going to ask you this, and you kind of already answered my question. But when you are creating these records, do you, you know, you said you will lay your verse down, then you'll send it over to them. Now, on this album, did you physically work or get in the studio with any of these artists to create these tracks?
Yeah, Relevant and T-Rail, we actually was in the studio. Doing that. Like I said, and shout out Angie, she plugged me with T-Rail, and we actually came in the studio and worked together. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually seen me do my verses. Shout out Rel the Vet, he actually seen me now. Bone travels everywhere. He's doing shows here and there. He's out around the country, and I guess he was in Cincinnati at the time. Or Good Look might have hit him up. However, they exchanged that and they hit me with the song. Well, actually, they hit me with the beat. I laid my verse. I had me and my girl laid the hook, and then we sent it to him. As a matter of fact, we did that song the same day we did the T-Rail feature. I remember sending it to Bone once I did it. He's like, "Oh, you got T-Rail?" And I'm like, "Save me a spot on there." I'm like, "Bro, that song's already done." You know what I'm saying? By the time he heard it, But yeah, I love that when we could bounce back and forth and shit, you know what I'm saying, ideas off each other. But yeah, those are only two features off this project that we actually worked on.
Right, because I was gonna ask you the Cash record with Rose. Is it Rose or Rose?
Rose.
With Rose, Bone, the Mac, and Good Look.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you all went in the studio and created that together, or was that one of those ones if you're gonna send these verses back and forth?
Well, actually, that was one that they sent me the beat. And I was like, bro, you want me to lay the hook on there? He's like, yeah, do what you do. So in my writing process, actually, mainly most of the time I like to write in the studio because I write so fast. But that was when I kind of wrote out. And I was like, damn, it'd be dope if I had a girl on here. So my girl was there, and I'm like, hey, everybody, get in there, you know what I'm saying? And then we actually just sent that, we did our parts, laid the hooks, and sent that to them, and they sent it back. So yeah, that Cash is actually that's a fire song, but now this one our studio.
Yeah, that's definitely a fire song. That's
We go perform it tonight. We already shot the video. We actually shot the video on my birthday. We've been sitting on it till I release the song, and this is the perfect time.
man, that's what's up. It really gives me strip club vibes with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it do. And shout out Bone, man, because at first, like, that was one of the things. I'm not a club person until I start working in the club. But with Bone, when I first met Bone and we went in, like, we did a project in the weekend, and just watching his process on how he was doing these strip club songs, it got me in my mood. So now I can make a strip club song. Like, I used to feel like those was challenging to me. Like club song stuff now, they come like that because I've been in that atmosphere and I've done it. I don't threw money and threw bands and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Went crazy in that motherfucker. So yeah, shout out Ball. He actually showed me the process of how to make those type of songs. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hard to make different type of songs if you're not in those atmospheres. If you ain't lived that, like, to get in that creative space and really, do and talk about the shit that you do. Because you don't just want to make up no shit. You know what I'm saying? You really want to. You want your listeners to put themselves in your shoes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out him, man. He showed me the process on how to make those slaps like that, and ever since then, it's just been, strip club song is not now. I used to find those challenging.
That's what's up. Now, how I know that the project is not out, but have you had the opportunity to spin that record in any clubs, strip clubs, or anything?
Yeah. I spent it as soon as we done it. My girls, well, not my girls no more, but the girls that was at the club at the time, they loved it. They was dancing to it and everything. You know what I'm saying? You're getting they change off of it. So yeah, I spent it. It goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? It can't go crazy. Because she's saying, I'm gonna shake his ass if you keep throwing that cash. So it's just one of those ones. Those are one of those ones that, like, probably gonna live forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be able to play this forever. Once we get it right and Bone get to travel. Good luck. And the dope thing about it is that, good luck. He's in Cincinnati. I'm in Kentucky, and Bone wherever traveling. So whenever that song gets played, it's gonna have a wide variety of experience. So yeah, I can't wait till that song drop. We're gonna see what it do.
That's what's up. Now, throughout the process or throughout the creative process of creating Big Goat, what was the most interesting session that you were a part of?
Most interesting session was probably the T-Rail one. Seeing how he did it, because also in our session, like when he negotiated the thing, it came down the price a little bit, but then he was also like, I need to knock out like 3 features. You know what I'm saying? In your session. And I was like, cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because he had already knocked the price down and stuff. So I was like, cool. So watching his process of him coming into town, doing the show, and then actually working, not only knocking out my feature, but knocking out like 2 or 3 more features. That was probably the dopest one, knowing how he travels and seeing him on the internet and seeing how he moves, being with Ray J and all that shit. And that was probably the dopest one because I get to see, like, I'm not that far. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not that far. I'm just missing 1 or 2 components, but it's this close. You know what I'm saying? And this is something he's getting paid to do that I love to do, that I find easy to do, and I'm not that far. And this could be me at any time. So nigga, keep going, don't give up. Yeah. So that'll probably be the dopest one.
Now, I see you work with Chin One on a lot of your projects. Have you been on any of his projects too?
Man, I don't know what Chill One I just called Chill One up. Chill One like the utility caller, you know what I'm saying? I just called Chin up, and that's my brother. I'd be like, hey bro, I'm in the studio today. He may pull up, he may lie, depending on what he got going on. But every time he pull up, it's always crazy work. You know what I'm saying? We got some slaps. We got some slaps that ain't came out yet. Yeah, and I know the last one, he hit me. He's like, damn, I ain't make the project. I said, nah, but he made this one. So yeah, shout out 10-1, man. He always coming through, Chin one like the rap, you know what I'm saying? He fuck with me, I fuck with bro, but I don't know if bro we're gonna take it serious to drop a project or not. Anytime he call me, man, I know he's busy shooting a movie, you know what I'm saying? He's shooting a movie right now in the city. Shout out that thing, I don't already hit him up. Hey man, can I be on the soundtrack? He's like, for sure. So yeah, man, shout out Chin one, man.
That's what's up. Now, when do you anticipate Big Goat will drop?
July the 4th. I try to drop something on every holiday, on every major holiday. So yeah, I plan on dropping this July 4th, and then I'm gonna just keep them coming. After that, I got so much work. It's crazy.
Now, you've already shot the video for Cash. Any other songs on this project that you're gonna shoot some videos to?
Yeah. We're gonna shoot some more. We got Cash, and I think it's one more that we already shot that's already out. I can't really think of the name of it. But yeah, we definitely gonna shoot crazy. Like me and Looney, we try to shoot like I think on the last project we shot damn near half of them. I think there's a few that we missing, and we gonna start shooting like this week actually on the videos for this project. Like me and Looney go crazy, man. I don't lost count of how many videos we don't shot this year, but I know last year was my mark about 50 something. I know when I look on my YouTube, it's already over 100 videos. So me and bro go crazy. We just gonna work because my standard like every 1 or 2 weeks for real. Every week I like to drop something, and then he'll come to me sometimes, bro. We've been stagnant for we've been stagnant for too long. Let's shoot. And cool, let's get it. I'm waiting on you. I'm on your call. Let's get it. So yeah, man. Shout out my brother Looney, man. We ain't got no problem with working, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. I love seeing people get in there, put that work in, man. That's dope, boy. That's definitely dope. Now on this project, Big Goat, what would you consider your personal favorite track from this project?
My personal favorite actually is it probably be Problems. Problems would probably be my personal favorite because I love the beat. I love that it's different. It's not your regular song, and I love the story behind it. Because sometimes, man, it's me. Humble, nice guy. People. I feel like people can come talk to me, but sometimes, you have to be a little selfish, and sometimes I don't want to hear your problems, man. I got my own problems, and sometimes people got to realize that, like, these people got their own problems. People got their own problems, and you can throw your own pity party, but everybody got their own problems, and it's always somebody out here that's going through something worse than what you're going through. So that probably my favorite song. Right now, it'll probably change in a couple days, but probably so far right now, it's probably gonna be my favorite song. Shout out DD Beats for that one.
Do you think that on Problems that was one of the most vulnerable tracks that's on this project?
I guess we could say that. I guess because I had to tap in. Oh, excuse me, I had to tap into something a little different. It wasn't like your average just popping your shit. You know what I'm saying? This was something where you had to kind of let people know what's going on. You had to tell your experiences, and there's a few stories in there. Who when they hear it, they gonna know that he threw us in there. He threw my situation in there. So yeah, I can say that's my most vulnerable one because of the real life stories that's saying a little bit of that, and you wouldn't know it unless
You've been through
that together.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Yeah.
That's what's up. Now, earlier you spoke about having dropping a whole bunch of videos last year, being nominated for Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards. Now the awards are coming back up again this year. Are you looking forward for more nominations? And if so, which categories would you like to win in?
Am I looking forward to it? It's cool. I love what it does. I love the excitement that it brings. I love the conversation that it brings. Do I care? Nah, I don't for real. You know what I'm saying? I feel like last year was probably gonna be I didn't really care, but I would have wanted an award. So if I win one now, it's as is. I'll be thankful. If I won an award now, it'd be hardest nigga working alive award. If they had that one, that'd be it. But they ain't got that award, so yeah. It is what it is, man. Shout out to them guys. Shout out to Slick and the whole camp. Shout out to everybody that put that together. I think it's dope for the state. You know what I'm saying? It's a good look. Um, I just hate some of the negativity that it brings, some of the negative talk that it brings. On those guys because they don't have to do it. But I think it's really dope for the culture. You know what I'm saying? I wish more people would respect it and know what's going on and probably take it a little bit more serious. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably one of them people, like I just said, I don't really care if I win or lose, but I'm gonna come, I'm gonna show up. I love it. It was pretty good. It was a good dope. It was a good show. Dope vibes. I love how they created it. Dress up and everything. It's something for the culture, and it's something that we need. And I hope that people would take it more serious so they could keep doing it because it's not just about me, not just about us, but it's about everybody. And, the thing about it is that we just went through graduation, so it's going to be new artists springing up, and they're going to need that too, So I hope it keeps growing, get bigger and bigger, and doper, man.
What's the plans for King Dough in the next 6 months?
Man, movement, uh, movement, expanding my reach, tapping in with different people, um, keep creating dope music, keep creating dope vibes, but mainly movement, man. Hitting this road like we've been doing, and keep hitting the road, and maybe hitting it harder. Uh, creating new avenues and keep networking. That's all I can do right now. Because now I'm be stagnant. Like one of the goals we were saying last year was that, yeah, we dropped out these videos, but a lot of them were seen by the same people. So how can we keep dropping these videos, and how can we keep growing the fan base? Like every day, every show, everything we need to grab people, grow people, and get some attention of other people. Cause I look at it, it'd be crazy because sometimes I drop a video that I shot when my hair was small, and people ain't never seen it, and they like, hey man, ooh. And this song is 2-3 years old, but they've never seen it. So that's a dope thing about it, and then creating a dope catalog, in which I be trying to tell people, like, let's just keep dropping. They'll catch on, and when they catch on, they gonna love it, or they gonna see like, damn, dude been working. So I think that's the goal, that's the plan, is to keep moving, keep pushing, and grow the reach.
Man, that's what's up. Now, if you could name, well, let me reword that. Give me 3 words that you could put towards this project that you said that Big Goat represents. 3 words that this project represents.
Let's see. I would say, even though it's 2 words, I'm gonna make it one: self-empowerment, improvement, ambitious.
That's what's up. Anything else you would like to say before you get out of here about your project, what you got going on, where people can come see you at?
Man, I'm always at the Frog. You know what I'm saying? The Frog, we open 2 weeks, so you can always come catch me there. I'm there, damn near every night. Shout out to Frog. Shout out to Team CODMG. Shout out Looney. Shout out Jessica James CCE. You know what I'm saying? Big Goat, July 4th. And just tap in with me. I'm going to be everywhere, man. Slapfest coming in September, So we just working, man. Just tap in with me. King Dough CCE on every social media platform, even TikTok. I'm trying to build my TikTok up. But yeah, just tap in with me and catch me wherever, man. I'm a humble giant, man. I just don't tolerate no disrespect, man. Let's just have a good time. Let's vibe out, man. And, more peace and blessings to everybody, man.
That's what's up. Y'all heard what he said, man. King Dough is a humble giant. Don't get outside your body and you'll be cool, man. What I was gonna say too earlier is I definitely can see that Cash being a nice little track for TikTok right there. But I can see you get the little TikTok vibes going on, the little movement. So
we already own it. It's coming.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, this is Up Late at Night with 25/8 Work. My bad. Let me run that back. This is Up Late at Night with 25/8 Networks. It's your host, Top of the South Will, our Top South Will, and we here in the building. Make sure y'all run out. Y'all go get that Big Go on July 4th. It's coming. King Dough is definitely spitting. I had the opportunity to check out some tracks before y'all did. So that's how, man, I like it. It's dope, man. I was spinning it, man. Like I said, that's why I was like, okay, I really enjoyed. Like I said, I like that Cash joint. I like the intro. Yeah. I like the joint with Chin One and the joint with Real the Vet. That's why I was like, hey, you on there getting it in. So, and I'm gonna spin it back again so I can listen to it some more. Yeah. But definitely, Big Goat is definitely one for the books, man. Some dope work on that, man. Always like hearing you, and plus you could just spit anyway. So you know what I'm saying? So I could tell it come easy for you too. And I'll say this too before I get out of here. Another thing that I like is you don't sound like anybody who around here who is putting out music. So I like that. And you know, just having those different type of concepts and having that different creativity and even experimenting and doing those type of things. A lot of artists want to stay inside of that box.
And I don't put me in no box, man. I can't fit.
Right.
I'm too big for a box, man.
Man, that's what's up, man. Hey, that's what it is. Top of the South Will, King Dough CCE. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just call him Doski. You know what I mean? And we out of here, man. Up Late at Night with 25/8 Networks. Until I see you again next time. Y'all stay up. Peace.